Hello, viewers. We're going to play lawyer game in Britain, in Old English. In Old English. Let's begin. It's been a strange day. A busy day. So I'm in the mood to chill right now. Just to do something else. Yes, autosave. And figure out our mystery. Where we left off here. So the background has changed to reflect where I'm at in the game. Nice little touch. Alright, so catching up from what happened last time. From what I recall here. Kazuma is dead. We don't know how he died. Ryunosuke is the suspect again. Because of course. He's been inside a wardrobe this entire time. Just watch the last part, it'll explain that bit. And Detective Hosonaga is still here. Undercover. So we just talked to him. Suzato is kind of helping us, / judo chopping us. By us, I mean Ryunosuke. Every now and then. So yeah, we met Airlock Jones, who thinks everybody is a Russian. Everybody's rushing around. So now we need to go investigate the other room. I'm actually gonna take it easy with the dialoguing tonight, since my voice got so kind of messed up last night. So I'm probably not going to read out everything that happens, but I will try more to comment on things that I think is going on. And there's a mousetrap right there. I see. So, yeah. The booyah. What do we have going on here? Yes, we're finally out of the cabin. And we can move on and investigate elsewhere. Actually, if you think about it, this was probably close to, well, I'm trying to think what the time period was here. I think this is the end of the 19th century. I don't think they're... Actually, I really don't know what year this game is supposed to take place in. Now that I mention that, it's like, now I gotta know. Let me look this up. What year does the Great Ace Attorney take place in? I'm sure Google has the answer, because Google has all the answer. What year does the Great Ace Attorney take place? That's not the answer I was looking for. Give me a moment here. Give me the time. What is the year? I don't recall if it stayed in the game anywhere. God damn it. I tell you what, every time I gotta go to one of these little fandom wiki pages to look something up, it's like, Best Buy ad covers up the entire fucking screen. Like, fuck off, Best Buy. God damn it. Like, this is a problem across all fandom wikis when you try to browse them on mobile. It's just freaking awful. I don't know why fandom has such fucking awful ads on mobile, but seriously, anybody from fandom, get your fucking shit fixed, okay? Because it's fucking annoying. Pardon my language. Okay. Okay, this doesn't even have the answer I was looking for. Does it? Nope, this just talks about the main Ace Attorney games. That is not what I wanted. Thank you for wasting my time. I don't want the release order of the game. That doesn't help me. I was like, I'm God damn it, a fucking Best Buy ad again. Jesus. Fuck off. Like, I'm presuming this is like late 19th century. Because that's the level of technology I'm seeing here. Great Ace Attorney. Doesn't really give me a year. Well, I'm just going to presume late 19th century. The only reason I was saying that because, you know, I'm kind of a little bit familiar with the way ships were built at the turn of the century, and I mean, the stuff I'm seeing here is not atypical, but the fact that, yeah, the hallway would actually be quite narrow, actually, and the way the ships were designed, they were very compact. But basically the first class cabins were generally kind of bigger on, what's the word I'm looking for? Not cruisers, ocean liners. On ocean liner ships, basically. Yeah, the first class cabins were generally kind of big, but even they were kind of a little bit generally small. It was mainly the first class suites that were kind of big. So basically what Kazuma had on this ship was more like the size of a first class suite. So, but, you know, I'm getting off topic here, like, okay. Anyway, Kazuma was sent on a cycle ribbon. Okay. Yes, that first class cabin, which actually was quite nice, actually. Didn't have a washroom in his cabin, though, I noticed that. Generally, I think most of the first class cabins would have a washroom in them. Even at this time, but whatever. Even still about twice as large as the economies in steerage. Well, man, why did they put Suzato in steerage? Steerage is like... That's like, that's almost like a first class accommodation. Like, because steerage is actually in the back of the ship. That's like the little spot in the very back bow of the ship, like above the actual rudder, because that's called the steerage area. Or it could be... I'm pretty sure I'm correct on that. But it was not supposed to be the most glamorous of places to be bunked on the ship. It was usually pretty cramped areas. Like I said, it was usually like a first class area. Yeah. Yeah, it was awful. It's another crewman. Another Russian. It's enormous. Okay. Okay, so we do have a second class accommodations on the ship. And Ryunosuke is still walking around with his handcuffs. You look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. Can he not hide his excitement? I'm on a ship with actual sailors. Yeah, he was inside the trunk the entire time, and then he's been in the wardrobe. He really hasn't seen the ship. Oh yeah, I forgot I can't just walk around. Actually, I want to examine things. Let me look at the ship diagram. Actually, it could be useful. Brilliant is a large-scale steamship of triple-skinned hull. Such a huge lump of metal just doesn't sink at the bottom of the ocean. Now, let me teach you this thing called the buoyancy. Ryunosuke. Perhaps you have heard of it in your science classes, which they probably did not teach you in Japan. The same reason why Japanese boats would float too, same reason. Oh, that's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san. Is it? Explain. Well, consider Japanese archipelago. They're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of... What? No! No, 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 no! No, that is completely the wrong line of logic there, Susato. It's like... I was wondering... I was trying to think, like, where are you going with that? Like, oh, you're going completely the wrong way with that. They're floating on the sea since the gods created them. Okay. Of course. But the gods did not create the boat, though, Susato, so your logic does not work. Oh, I wanted to look at the diagram of the boat, though. I guess you're not going to let me look at that. Just to know where everything is in relation to everything else here. And a pen, what is it? The ship's log. Why is the ship's log, like, right there in the hallway? Wouldn't that normally be in the captain's cabin or the bridge? No reaction at all. I thought, oh, talking about the sailor. Oh. Last night's log is blank. That means there was nothing to report. Usually when there's a little ding like that, that usually means there's some kind of piece of important information just kind of came up. Last night's log was blank. Log was blank. I'm just gonna make a note of that. Ryunosuke, I would strongly suggest not doing that, because where are you going to run to? I don't think the ship is that big, and running away would just make you look guilty. Or surely shoot you dead? Does he have a gun? I don't see a gun on him. Probably more likely Susato would judo chop him. Okay, actually I gotta be honest, I don't really think Susato is judo chopping him. I think she's doing like something like a keto throwdown. I think that's what she's doing. So that's why Ryunosuke ends up upside down. Which actually sounds like more appropriate for a Japanese girl to do, instead of judo chopping somebody. In Aikido, you can just counterbalance somebody and knock them over like really easily. Or she could actually be doing judo, because judo has some of the same moves too. So, although Aikido is more about controlling momentum and redirecting force and stuff like that. So. Don't ask me how I know this. It's just stuff that I know. You little stowaway murderer. Why does this dude have like a banded, like, suntan on his face? It's kind of weird looking. Good day, Mr. Sailor. So sorry to trouble you, but could you perhaps ask something of you? You're third class, you little third class lady's maid. Oh. I am not sailor. My mother gave me name. I am senior crewman. Biff strong enough. Biff strong enough. Okay. Is he strong enough? The finest part of the Voyager steamship for very important persons. Only 2 people. We have only 2 cabins in first class. Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons, and murderers apparently. That's why I'm always guarding this place. That's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. It makes me look stupid. Now I feel bad. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean. But strong enough is not animal. Thank you for not doing that. Yeah. Did you understand that? I think it generally meant yes. I think da is yes in Russian. I mean, I'm not that. I don't really know anything about Russian language, so I could be wrong on that. I think it means yes. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Alright, who was there? Who was this person in the other cabin? His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. Grimsby Roylott. He is very important Western gentleman. Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy. Are you sure? Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. That means he is a man that is gentle. He cannot kill someone, because then he would not be gentle. Does that make sense to you, murderer man? Such a man would have no interest in a lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands. That is not your business. Never once heard anything from the next door cabin. I can feel that there's people over there. I couldn't feel anybody. How can you do that, Ryunosuke? You just feel like there's somebody through the wall. As important as Kazuma was, that is not your business. Duh. All time, so criminals like you cannot come in or get out. It is sad about student boy. Very sad. Of course. Yeah. Hit? Okay, I don't know what that is. Clearly, no. Is hit? No. I saw nothing unusual. Nothing at all. Well, that's kind of an unusual reaction, actually. You can advance that pretty quick, so I suspect there is something going on. Also, he's looking away now. This game, I do like this game kind of gives you more of the visual clues on characters. Something they really couldn't really do too much of back in the other Ace Attorney games because they had the 2D sprites. But I think it was in Apollo Justice they tried to incorporate noticing certain ticks in characters. I don't remember how well that worked out though. It's been a really long time since I played Apollo Justice. I said no! Yeah, he's definitely hiding something. He is suspicious. Strong enough. Strong enough. Mr. Strong enough is a suspect, okay. That is enough, I cannot say no. I'm kind of wondering what we're going to do for the trial part in here, because we're kind of on the ship right now. And they kind of implied that we just left Hong Kong, or Shanghai. I think it was Shanghai. Not too long ago, so after 2 weeks, will we be close to Great Britain after 2 weeks? Honestly, from Japan to Great Britain by steamship, that's still a pretty long journey. They're looking at like a couple months of travel, maybe. A month, maybe, of travel, yeah. So maybe they are close to Great Britain. Well, it depends if they can go through the Suez Canal. If they can go through there, that would actually cut like a month time off the trip. Otherwise, I gotta go around the South Cape of Africa. That would take a long time. Or they would go across the Pacific and then around South America. Because the Panama Canal wasn't a thing yet at this time. So yeah, either way, it's a long trip to go from Japan to Great Britain by sea. It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain. Or as English say, when the pigs fly. When the pigs fly. Now we can investigate the air properly, shall we? Okay. What else is around here? Oh, we can look at the book again? Mostly blank. Well, what was written? We don't know. Emergency alarm, okay. One little alarm will bring the ship to a stop. No, Ryunosuke, don't do that. I don't think a little alarm like that would make the entire ship stop. That's usually like it might send like a ding up to the bridge, like hey something's wrong, and then the captain will decide if they want to stop the ship or not. It's not, the ding is not going to stop the ship. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's not like the emergency pull thing on a train or a subway train. It doesn't work that way on a ship. That's what I'm trying to say. Why is there a mousetrap here? Yes, we have plenty of mice back home. A lump of chalk. What? Oh. It's called cheese, not chalk. Cheese, I wonder what that tastes like. I should try a piece. But, I suppose you're right. I'm so hungry. I could go for that old, moldy piece of cheese right now. All I've had to eat for the past couple weeks is Kazuma's leftovers. He didn't bring me any cheese. Who are you? I'll find a little snack for you later. Alright. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. Okay. By ours, I mean... mine now, I guess. If there's no one in there, is the door locked? Ah! Stand aside. I'm about to break the door down. I just appeared out of nowhere. I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off hinges. The door's not bolted, so we can probably just walk in. It doesn't? Oh. Then how can the deuce? Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick? He needs to kick something. Oh hey, it's a Scissor Man. We saw him in the previews. Or her. I already know it's a girl. That was spoiled in the previews. Who are you? Western gentleman. The man was rushing to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Now don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. With scissors. Snip, snip, snip. Get out, all of you. Now. Please excuse the intrusion, but... you're Mr. Grimsby Roylott, I believe. Yes, that's me. And you are? I am the one and only, the actual Hairlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt. No? I am a great detective among great detectives. One who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. This magazine is business already. A detective? I do not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small traveling case? Yes, she's inside there. Well, don't be stupid. How can anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me. Oh. Yes, it did move, actually. Leave now, otherwise I'll call the steward. So this was his neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylott, supposedly. No doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something. We're gonna figure it out. What are you doing? You need only address me as Sholmes. Well, that's Sholmes. What are you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Indeed. I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. And it would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken? Actually, no, I wasn't going to ask for his deduction. I was going to just wondering what he was doing in there. Observe closely. Our Russian host, in this cabin, Mr. Warlot, is clearly trying to hide something. And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Vodka. They always get drunk easily. Why, the truth, of course. Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians. Right. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it?
Oh yes, please! I'm so excited.
Well then, what you are about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you?
What?
From time to time, it occurs to me. Is the fellow Dubois on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness? It is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. That actually sounds pretty good. I would agree with that.
Shiz. I must have complete silence.
Oh, shoot. I must have complete silence. I'm sorry. I was wrong person talking.
What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that?
Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Warlock, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions.
Well, what do you mean?
Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you are about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not?
Huh?
And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn. You are, at this very moment no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. And does it not?
Oh, no, Rose, I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes. Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes.
I don't know why I'm giving Suzato that voice. What ineffable twaddle. And this is why he is Hairlock Sholmes and not the other guy.
This is like a dream come true. Whee!
But I'll go straight. Conclusions, are they, though?
How? How could you?
How could I possibly know such things, you wish to say? Very well then. I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Put plainly, let us walk through my deductions together. The Great Deduction. Topic 1. The Old Man's Identity. So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylott. Obviously, what catches the eye is in the first place, is the enormous pair of shears in your hand.
No, you didn't see that.
Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now, moving on.
Why are you doing that? Where's the spotlight coming from?
The question then begs this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter.
Are you sure about that?
Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper. In particular, this fascinating front-page article. Which, it would appear, you have read also, Mr. Roylott. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary.
What?
In translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary Villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. He also has a very copious nose as well. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. Why would they not have done that before they got on the ship? I mean, come on. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Villain Bolshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. Wrongdoing, okay. Let's see, what else do you have? Now, as for my second conclusion, you are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. The crime to cut away your beard.
But no, that's not what I was gonna do.
And the proof of this crime? Over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylott. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see.
Ah.
And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies there, with the furtive glance fails. False. But the proof of your crimes just before our very eyes. Yes, of that traveling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. I guess it's a monkey in there.
No, I refuse.
What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps. One slight enough to fit therein. That's a small case. Come on.
But don't be absurd. Where are you getting all this from?
And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'oeil betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found on the pages of this newspaper. But there is another, most stimulating article. If we turn from this fleeing revolutionary to the back page, renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. He is so off base here. Thus concludes Sherlock Sholmes' great deduction of the Russian enigma. Elementary. Does that sound right to you, Chisato? That wasn't one of the great deductions I'm hearing so much about, was it? Never was it. Did seem a little different somehow. Yep. Hooray. What can I do for you? That's your deduction. No, I'm gonna rethink this. Not at all, go on. Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but... these two men look nothing like each other. Oh yes, I recall our discussion earlier. And at the time, I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance. In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott does look more like this man than you do. That's not the point. And another thing. And another thing. The part about him abducting the ballerina? Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman. Not just at first glance, it is too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child into that case, even if you push really hard. You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. No, we didn't know that. How could we know? It didn't say that in the article, did it? Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troupe of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain lithiness in their bodies. Vinegar, okay. For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case. No, most people wouldn't be able to do that. A contortionist in the circus, mister. Or, well, magical. His eyes cut it hard to matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seems a little off. Your idea of a little may be a little off itself. This too sounds like a way off. So I was wondering if you might tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think? Yes, we can switch some keywords in his deductions, okay. Very tactfully, Yeah, I'm sure we could do that. We unlocked the true genius of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions. Okay. Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind. Yes, please correct me. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. I'm losing my mind here. Ah, and you, my good fellow. Sorry. Take a moment to look at your wrist. My wrist... Yeah, they're bound. Oh, they're not. Where did your handcuffs go? I had to judo chop you right away. Huh? How did... I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it. How'd you do that? Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel. And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished. Well, in fact, I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Man, this guy is so wordy. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. I hope I have all the evidence to do this, because I didn't really investigate the cabin yet. So it is looking Russian, Mr. Warlot. I want to see what catches the eye in the first place. It's an enormous pair of shears, okay. The beard. I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about, because I don't grow facial hair. That's quite sit right at me, though. It didn't seem to be saying right Mr. Willett either. Which means, I suppose, that the deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a keyword here in our host and see if it helps matters. Alright. Long hard look at Mr. Willett. As we invest the sense of Mr. Sholmes' deduction, then we will... Because you're the main character, Ryunosuke. The copious beard. It really is a very full beard, isn't it? It's nice and fluffy. Yes, well, according to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Royal got to cut it off. I still think he looks nothing like the man pictured in the newspaper, though. His face is, like, much smaller. Like, this. What the? What's this? It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks. No, the color's not the point. The point is, what's it doing in the back of Mr. Rollett's head? And how is it growing out from underneath his thick black hair? Oh yes, that's true. So it's stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising at the same time. It'll be a new fashion trend in the hairstyles. I should try it out sometime. Something's definitely right here.
Yes!
Shears to cut away your golden locks, you sport. You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks, you sport. Indeed, you have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. No, you weren't. Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. Hey. You're not a man at all. You're a woman, and judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one still very much in her youth. Oh no. If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. Question begs this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Do we? Trainings of further clarification. No, it's not the revolutionary. Come on. Yes, this woman. We even know who it is. Boy, I'll say it again. I said it already. This game is like very wordy. It's like I know what I need to do. Let's just get on with it here.
Yes!
An article about the ballerina. That's right. The evidence that reveals her true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. That's right, you've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Yes, you've read that several times already. It would appear we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Novovich Ballet's prima ballerina. Miss Nikolina Pavlova.
I stabbed myself in the head now because of you. Ouch. You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean Nikolina Pavlova. But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone.
Now, as for my second conclusion, I was very much on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. Okay. Not sure the eye speaks from like without turning honestly than the mouth. Can't we see lies by the verb glass? Well, why don't we just open the case? Are we gonna say that the revolutionary is inside the case now? She can't be inside the traveling case as well. I think it's like a monkey in there. That'll be my guess. Or an animal of some kind. Stop it, I'm not dancing with anybody. Let's just open the case. Oh, nothing criminal inside the case. Why don't you refuse to let us look inside? Oh, I see a tiara. Wow, look at this amazing tiara. Real blue diamonds. Oh, Naruhodo-san, try it on for me. Put the wear this little beautiful little crown, Naruhodo. What? Me? Isn't usually girls wear tiaras? Wouldn't you like to try it on? Oh no, I couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful. I'd much rather see it on you. Why does the tiara look familiar? Yes, it's probably in the article.
Yes!
That tiara. The proof of your crime is surely this tiara.
Ah!
I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Novovich Ballet, is it not? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in this newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft.
Oh no.
Yes, you left your ballet troupe, unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you.
Ah! I have no one, no family, no friends. I am all alone, and I need money. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do I say, an Earl of Prussia? It belongs to me. Alright, I will tell you everything. There's no point in hiding it now. Where is this spotlight keep coming from?
Come, let us not be hasty, we're not done yet.
What? But I'm ready to give up I'm ready to tell all. Why are you still doing this?
There remains one unsolved mystery about you.
Mystery? But what do you mean?
You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova?
It's just my living underwear in there. I don't want you to see it. I'd be embarrassed.
My dear girl, there is no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case even before I have ever laid eyes on them.
What?
Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup d'oil betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the books on the shelf. It's written on the books? Huh? That means unless you change circumstances. Okay, yeah, he's going off the rails right now. Written in a book that doesn't even belong to her, yeah. Okay. What's on the shelf? Statue. Small picture. Well, let me examine the books on the shelf anyway. I wonder if this ship is like really like leaned hard in one direction. There was a big wave and just knocked the books over. I mean, that's possible too. Okay, what about this here? It's a charming little picture, isn't it? Someone climbing a steep mountainside. I don't see any person in that picture. Oh, I can move this around. Oh, yep, she has a pet, that's right. The rules of the ship are... One of the rules on the ship is that you cannot have a pet. Oh dear, I'm sure the punishment will be severe now, though. It probably involves death. Or they'll throw you in the ocean. That would also be death. I think it's because she has a pet. Yes! I'm gonna go with that. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous items would move of its own accord. Which leaves but one possibility, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case is the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage, a pet. Yes. Ah, you got me. Ah. Deduction complete. Elementary. Dear Naruhodo-san. No, I am not Grimsley Royla. My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel. Which would not have been easy. In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman. And you intended to sever all links with your past by severing your long hair. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So, okay. Who was it about the scream you heard from outside the cabin? Yeah. Why did she scream? That veritable tinkling of a bell. Why, none other than this young lady, naturally. I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disguise myself. So no one would recognize me. As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man, I see. Yes, I did.
I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then, just before you came in here, I saw in the newspaper, right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened I couldn't stop from screaming. I screamed at a newspaper, because I wouldn't know what else to do. I knew that if I didn't change my appearances completely, they would find me. Like, I didn't think to do that before I got on the boat. I don't know why I didn't think about that. So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hands and I screamed at the scissors. At that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. It was very annoying. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Don't they? Things do indeed happen like that from time to time. Doors are very annoying. I know. Yes, what kind of pet is it? You're right, it is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. The Monkey Man. Please, don't tell anyone. If the captain finds out, if you say to any of the crew, they may try to murder Mr. Monkey Man. I can't let that happen. Your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us, in as much detail as you can muster, about the events of last night. Did the Monkey Man murder Kazuma? Yes, all right. I will tell you. I'll tell you everything.
Something, okay, well, yeah. It was certainly something, yes. I mean, it could be a little bit more spot on next time, I suppose. Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, and one more thing. Yes, what? Observe your wrist. Oh, they're back on again? Okay, cool. Thanks for that. Your hands are cupped again. What? But how? True to my word, I have restored your shackles. Okay. A Speckled Man. Okay. Maybe it was a snake. Anyway, now I can examine the room.
Don't touch.
Huh? But the books are important.
I'll tell you what I know about last night, but please, you must not touch my things. How do you say, forbid it?
Oh. That's what you should be, young man. What a vulgar manners you have. Poking around in a young lady's private belongings? Neither shall I allow it. But the books belong to the ship, not her. Okay, so she's just gonna deny me to investigate anything. Alright. Cool. Actually, her plate's on the floor, too. Just observation. You want to see my badge?
Can I show you this?
How do you like my badge? I'm actually a university student from the Empire of Japan, you see.
That means nothing to me.
No, why would it?
Mr. Naruhodo, if you're determined to flaunt your Yume badge, at least choose a Japanese person who might recognize it.
But I like showing my badge.
Miss Fusado, can I show you this?
What do you think of it? It's very pointy, isn't it?
Maybe later.
Oh, I could show Inspector Hosonaga too. Actually, I already showed it to him. He was impressed with it. It's like, yes, I like that.
It looks so beautiful, like a fairy. I am scared. Yet my picture is in the newspapers.
You poor girl. She's so young, just 15 years old. For her to have run away all by herself, she must have felt very, very alone. Tell me about the murder. Everything you know.
One of the crewmen told me this morning when I was eating breakfast. Oh, I did not know that.
Perhaps you heard a strange noise. People talking, or sounds, or snoring coming from the wardrobe. Did you hear any of that? Perhaps the ship was absorbed in a wild tempest. Perhaps its steam engine exploded. Why would you think that? I'm pretty sure we would know if the steam engine exploded. Perhaps everyone on board would have noticed that had happened.
I don't know. I'm sorry. All I could think about last night was what I had done and whether they would find me. I didn't notice anything that was happening around me.
Oh, but what did you do?
Yes, I am traveling to Great Britain, and from there I want to go to America. I will never dance again. I want to forget everything about the ballet. I will start a new life.
You wish to forget? A challenging proposition. When you have that striking tiara as a reminder.
But the tiara is mine. I need it to live. My life force is connected to it. I cannot be separated from it. I have no money of my own. The Novovich Ballet gives us only a little food and water, and we must dance all over the world. I had to run away. I had no choice. If I stayed, it would have killed me.
It's a pretty harsh ballet company if they don't actually pay their dancers. Like, come on.
Yes, and the crew of the ship. They have all been kind to me. They let me come on board, and they said I could hide in this cabin.
Oh, so the crew is already in on it. Alright. So they kind of let her on board. Okay, that kind of makes sense. So she came on board. You already knew about her when she came on board, alright. Hold on. Yeah. My foot was falling asleep. I had to move around a little bit here. No, don't fall asleep. If that is indeed the truth, Miss Pavlova, it creates a most intriguing conundrum. That the crew already knew about her? The conundrum, yes, okay. Miss Pavlova, allow me to pose you a riddle. I like riddles. How do you get 5 from 2 plus 2? That is my riddle. Do you understand it? Of course not, because it's an illogical riddle. That's true. According to this newspaper, it was only yesterday that you absconded from the ballet. Now, that being the case, it must have been last night that you boarded this vessel. Okay, so they're like only a day away from Shanghai. Okay. I thought they were a lot further along in the ocean. However, the SS Burya stopped by no port last night. Ah, that's it, of course. Oh, okay, there was no port last night, so there's a discrepancy in the time here. So how is it, pray, that you come to be bored? You know what I meant. Just had asked him what the occupant in the cabin came aboard. He was like, "Yet," or "that." What did he say? "Yet." I forgot what he said. He's right. It did seem to be hiding something. Okay. An angel descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to the stage. Sorry, what was that? Did you say something important? It is how the Russian newspapers describe one of my performances. Please excuse me, I have to sneeze right now. Yes, I did have to sneeze right there. It's lucky you didn't hear it because when I sneeze, it sounds like a horse sneezing. That is my secret I cannot reveal to no one. Not even you, Mr. Sholmes. Oh, drat, I just told you, damn it. And that is how I came here, too. I descended from the heavens because I am an angel. I flew in. Because we had this thing called airplanes. Wait, no, it's too early for that. A genius descended from the heavens, bringing grace and beauty to detection. Words once said about myself. A quote from a wonderfully extravagant advertisement for the adventures of Sherlock Sholmes, in fact. Yes, Mr. Shoei. Alright, who's the pet? If they found my precious living ring, then the burly Russians would bestir themselves in unison to throw you and your case overboard, no doubt. Especially beside after going through all that trouble. Hello, puppy? Is it a puppy? Maybe an adorable little rabbit. It's a rabbit. No, try again. Ha! You credit Russia as a land with small rabbits, do you? Don't they have small rabbits in Russia? I'm sure they do. You may well ask. I have no idea. Ah. Okay. You two are miserable bunglers when it comes to understanding the nature of young ballerina's friends. Isn't it obvious? It must be a chicken. Yes, of course it would be a chicken. What else could it possibly be? Consider the benefits. A rousing wake-up call, daily fresh eggs, and when adversity strikes, it could satisfy the needs of sustenance. So you'd eat your friends, okay.
No, I'm sorry, you're very cold on that.
What will appear this friend's identity is a closely guarded secret not to be revealed. I wonder if it was like a python. It's like a python, like, or a poisonous snake of some kind. Like it went through the ventilation. Kazuma saw it, he went to investigate. He got bitten or strangulated or something by it, and then he died. And then somebody knew about Naruhodo and tried to frame him for it. Well, it didn't take the seal off the... well, I'm just speculating here right now. I have no idea how we're going to get to a trial here. Because if we're like only like a few days away from Shanghai, we're actually still in the ocean. Like we're way far away from England. So I don't think we're going to be getting to court here anytime soon. I'm losing my mind. Something I'd like to show her, I think. Maybe she might be able to shed some light on it. Let's see here. The Speckled Man. Yeah, let's ask about that. Something a little unusual. It reads, 123, I can hear a faint whistling sound. And then a few minutes later, at 135, looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? I don't understand. Strange, isn't it? But the ventilator he mentioned is joining to this cabin, you see. As you can see right there. It's up there on the wall. No. I don't know anything. I know nothing. 'Cause I'm a dumb little girl, and I don't know nothing. Excuse me, Mr. Warlord.
Oh yes, I put my disguise on really quick and put my shoes back in my hand. Yes, what?
Captain would like to speak with you. You must come to Captain's quarters at once. Please.
Alright. I will come now. With my scissors.
What? That came out wrong. What?
You must leave now.
Oh no, it's fine. Don't mind us. We'll just stay here. You go on.
Yes, please don't worry yourself, Mr. Get out! Or I will cut you.
The passenger said out. Or do you want me to throw you out? Yeah.
What a pity. I'm so sad now. I'm depressed. We cannot investigate the cabin.
And so we lost our chance. Having still not managed to investigate Miss Pavlova's cabin, we were unceremoniously chased out. That is to say, we were quite literally picked up and thrown into the passageway outside. All 1, 2, 3 of us. Oh, we're at the end of this now. To be continued. The Unbreakable, Speckled Man. Okay. I'm at an hour and a half here. I'll probably keep going for a bit. I just want to stretch for a moment. Stretch. I wonder if we're going to get like a time skip here. If we got a time skip here, I mean, if they're, like I mentioned it, if they're only like a few days out from Shanghai, they probably still got well over a month of sea travel to get to Great Britain. Well over a month. Possibly 2 months. So I don't know if a trial is going to wait that long. But I suppose we shall find out. I have some candy here. I know you can't see it on stream. And one of the best candies ever in existence. You can guess what it is as I unwrap it here. You can hear the sounds. Small. It's small. It's chocolatey. It's bite-sized. Mmm. It's in my mouth. And it's so delicious. Mmm. One of the best candies ever. Little miniature Reese's peanut butter cups. So tasty. It fills me with such joy. Just to have one in my mouth. Alright. I say let's continue. Okay, we're still on the ship. I still think the Speckled Band is a snake. I mean, that's my suspicion right now. This guy's shirt does not cover his midriff. Don't even think about it. I'm watching you. When the Great Detective Prime, where did he go? He just appears and disappears. Hello, good sir. Would you like to hear about my theories around the murder? What? Why you look like that? You want something? Maybe you want me to throw you out again, hmm? I will let you back into the room so I can throw you back out of it again. Come along, it'll be fun. Next time I have to throw you out. I show you where lobsters spend winter, understand? I guess we can go back in here then. Yes, where is Hosonaga? Actually, I'm kind of wondering about the captain now. I wonder if we're going to get to meet him. Yes, we know somebody else wrote that. It wasn't Kazuma. Now the question is who? Who wrote the Russian? It had to be somebody who knew what Russian is. Okay, there's Hosonaga. It's right there. I mean, it's possible that the person in the other room probably heard Ryunosuke and Kazuma talking about hiding Ryunosuke in the wardrobe, and they probably overheard it through the ventilator. So they probably could have known about that. And then tried to frame Ryunosuke for the murder because they knew he was in there. Of course, I would point the finger to Nicolina as the suspect now. I mean, she's small. She might have been able to crawl through the ventilator, for the ventilation shaft. Alright, well, let's see what Hosonaga has to say. I'm sure he has something interesting to say. Oh. You were worse off than you were last time. Ah, you're back. Inspector. What happened to you? Your face is not bleeding, but you're kind of bruised now. Please, don't worry about it. They're just scratches. Deep scratches. Made by a bear, maybe. When I told the captain that I'd given you permission to investigate, he told me he'd pummel me with his fist and then toss me overboard. What? What? But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing really. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little bit more about the neighboring cabin. Yes, so I understand. Oh. I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Herlock Sholmes. I don't think he was German, though. Shall we compare notes then? We can tell you what we found out. Yes, let's do it. I live for this shit. Let's do it. Let's compare notes. What? Nicolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door? You know who that is? Okay. Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? I'm such a fan of ballet, it's so hardcore. I'm so into that shit, man. Excuse me. I'm still dying. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case at least. Oh, how so? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Ugh. Damn it, if only I wasn't in a constant state of dying. Like, I can't get better, but I can't die either. I'm just constantly in a state of dying. It's so weird and unnatural. If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Yes, I'm just standing here. Oh, I see. Ah, there is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. Oh, do tell. Do tell. What is this new information you have, Inspector? Please tell me. It's this. The Buyas medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report. Yes, I want to see it. Give me. Kazuma's post-mortem report. Kazuma-sama. Oh no, I'm sad. So, what was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae is what's written in the report. Damage to the cervical vertebrae. Okay. His neck was broken. Yes, it would seem so. There were no obvious wounds or other signs of injury. So at first, I think they were considering poison. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in the system at all. Well, what weapon was used, then? It's a pretty thorough forensic examination of the body aboard a ship, to be honest. Nothing has been found as yet, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests it may have been a blunt object, something that wouldn't leave a mark. Oh, I see. Like a python that would strangulate him to death. The body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death, like a Susato judo chop to the neck could probably do that. Oh no, I'm a suspect now. It is a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. I have a second copy of the report I made just for you. It might be useful. You're welcome to have it. You can thank me later. Really, are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you. After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? Ah, Osunaga, you believe in me. You're the only person who believes in my innocence. Ah. At least got one person on my side, unlike you, Misato. I mean, Susato. Why'd I call you Misato? I don't know why I did that. Alright, what do we got here? Mail from Eastern Time of Death, sometime between 1 a.m. and a little past 2 a.m. Okay. Damage to cervical vertebrae, resulting in an instant death. His neck was almost really broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. Okay. Alright, so, okay, maybe it wasn't strangulation by a python. He actually got hit by something. Alright. Yes. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Actually, now that you mention it, yes, just one thing, but he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish, was all he said. Shoe polish, I wonder what he meant. The stuff on the floor? It was when he was over there, by the piece of broken glass, you see? Ah, perhaps he was talking about the brick-colored mark. Okay, that's shoe polish. I'm pretty sure he bent over and licked it. That's how he knew it was shoe polish. That makes me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. Your shoes are very dark tan hue. Okay. Sort of dark brownish red. So maybe it was Kazuma's shoe polish? And the polish on Kazuma's shoes that they scuffed up the floor. That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post of standing in the corner. My fellow crewmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. I can sense that. Don't worry, I don't plan on dying anytime soon. I'm planning on sticking around for the entire game in a constant state of dying. Oh, no, well... I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asogi-san. He was my responsibility. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. The truth is, I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke this morning. A heavy head. Maybe there's something in your hat. My head's still frowny too. I think this heavy head has something to do with anything. Well, the great detective has been wrong before about certain specifics of his investigations before, so it's like, it's a good reason to question it. You, where did you go? Why? Who gave you permission for this? Well, I mean, Seaman Hosonaga did. And him right over there. That new Japanese, was it? Later, I will roll him into a ball and throw him in cold room. I'm sure he'll be fine. You know, the one advantage of being in a constant state of dying but not actually dying means you never actually die, so he'll probably be fine. Oh, what? I didn't mean to click the door. It looks like a little bell almost, but no, it can't be a bell. Yeah, this magnifier glass is useless. Beef strong enough. We don't have the name of the other dude in here. Don't know what else to do. Back in the hall? Stroganoff is gone. He went to use the bathroom. Quick, let's go in the cabin. Dot 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 dot. Tra la 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 la. What? Tra la 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 la. Leo 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 Lay. I did it the great detective way. I know that lark-like voice. Anywhere. Seize the opportunity. Yes, let's stop talking. Let's go. It's Stroganoff, not Stringy Knot. Mr. Stringy Knot. Oh, 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 the cat is out of the box. Assuming it's a cat. Still don't really know. Suzaru-san. Oh, she disappeared. Oh, she's over there. There's not a moment to waste now, Ho-san. I must investigate as quickly as I can. I must investigate these wonderful little outfits. I want to see if they fit me. Really? You believe me now, finally, after all this time. We must solve the case, Naruto-san. Yes, that's what we're trying to do. Alright. Let's start with the case. Miss Beloa's case is open, yes. The monster she was hiding in the box has escaped. Oh no, everyone on the ship is in danger now. Our great deduction determined there was an animal inside. Her special friend. Her special friend that might be a suspect in the murder of Kazuma.
Yes, I see. It seems she enjoys reading very fast.
Books written in Russian. Obviously, she might enjoy books written in Russian. I think that would be an obvious thing. Is there anything more conclusive we can draw from that?
It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruto-san. Kindly remember that. She can only read in Russian. She can't read in German. So stop trying to press your preferences onto this little girl. It's unkind of you.
To a natural conclusion that Russians are very thirsty people. Yes, they drink tea. Oh, she hasn't made any tea yet. That could be it too. But it's definitely that they are excessively thirsty. I lay 1,001 on that.
You're rather obstinate, aren't you, Mr. Naruto-san? Why do you think everybody's so thirsty?
Yeah, it's probably for the pet. I'm still wondering if it was like a snake or something. And maybe it went into Kazuma's room, and... Yeah, I still don't know how it broke his neck, though. And it might have eaten the chicken leg that was in the other room. The very weirdly shaped chicken leg. A leak? No. Okay. No, I'm pretty sure it's a plate on the floor for the pet. Suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket, except for the one by Kazuma. Kazuma didn't have a waste paper basket.
Naruto-san, it's poor etiquette to go stifling through someone's rubbish, you know. But it's trash.
They're throwing it away. We can check it out. You know, just take a little peek in the trash here. Exactly, we got no choice. Let's take a look. Stick your head in the trash. There's not anything in there at all. Okay. No unmentionables in the trash. Okay. No, because she says she doesn't want anything to do with ballet anymore, so I don't think she'll be practicing it.
It must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked...
Suzato, come on. Your logic is better than this. Because Ryunosuke was not over here, he was in the wardrobe cabinet. In the other cabin. Yes, please set it straight. That's why I pointed that out, so you can fix that, because you want to do that. What about this big bag here? I can't look at that. No? Oh wait, maybe I can.
Naruhodo-san, are you there?
Sorry, I'm right here. Yes, why?
Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I was looking. There's no place like home for you, right? You have to live in the wardrobes from now on.
Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see.
Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits, unless you happen to be inside one of the outfits, and then put yourself in the wardrobe, then maybe you'll fit inside of it.
Find Miss Palua's friend hiding in here, but no such luck. Okay. Alright, so that covers that.
Bell cord, I can't resist.
No! Why did you pull that? We're not supposed to be in here.
But nobody came.
I want them to. We're trying to investigate in secret. No, I'm pretty sure that's not the reason for Ryunosuke. Or both alchemists would die of gas poisoning, yes they would. Well, at this point, I'm just going to investigate everything. Rules of passage. Passers may not keep weapons or dangerous other than planted pets are also strictly forbidden. Yes, we know. Well, it seems like I've investigated everything. Oh. Hey, it's you. What's your name again? Tra-la-la-la-lia-lia-lay. I did it the great detective way.
Yes, there were times, I'm sure you knew, when the yard bit off more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, its lucky hairlock was about. I solved it all, and I stood tall. I did it the great detective way. Yeah! What is it, you want to fight, Honestly, interrupting a fellow when he's singing. And I was just about to reach the climactic finish. And very nearly dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks. I will fight you for interrupting my singing. Mr. Sholmes, how can you be so violent? Ah, yes, that. I was immersed in the study of the ship's log, as penned by the stockily built crewman who's usually on guard here. Anything useful you deducted from that? Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Means there's nothing to report. Nothing to know what happened, so... You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. I am losing my mind here. Slowly but surely. Sorry. Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Observe the other pages and all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman oft stands sentry in this first-class passageway. And he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Every 30 minutes he writes nothing to report. Okay. Oh. Okay. Precisely. Put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that. And yet... Sith log last night is markedly blank. Didn't even write nothing to report, so it meant there was something to report, but he didn't write it down. Or he couldn't have written it down. Yes, there were circumstances afoot last night, which led to his seaman being absent from his post. What kind of circumstances? What happened? I must know this. That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribing nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file. And my mental file has been inserted into my brain. So Stroganoff is the one who fills out the log. Nothing to report, nothing to report, nothing to report, nothing to report. And after that, there were things to report, but I didn't feel like writing it, because it would not fit in the tiny space in the log. Ah, you're starting to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes brilliance? Ouch. I hurt my head. Ouch. I laughed too hard there. Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason, nothing more. Perhaps it's because I've been laughing too hard.
Well, my friends, until our next encounter. I wonder if there was like there was gas or something going throughout the ship, and that would have gave everybody a headache. Except for Suzato. Suzato does not seem to have a headache. Or the seamen. Of course, they haven't said anything about that yet, so they really haven't been forthcoming, so I don't really know. Well, I feel the same. Oh, you have a headache too? Ever since I woke this morning, I've had something of a headache. Okay. So, Ryunosuke has a headache. Nosunaga has a headache. Sholmes has a headache. And now Suzato has a headache. Of course, trying to think of where Suzato was. She was in steerage. So yeah, we're getting the impression there was like... maybe there was a gas or something, gas leak on the ship somewhere. I don't know what kind of gas would get all over the ship and affect everybody though. Without like raising the alarm. So a continuous throbbing. Oh, you too? Yes. It's so strange and peculiar. Okay, well, we got the logbook now. I wonder if everybody fell asleep. Like, when did everybody get up? Because if everybody was asleep, then, you know, the murder could have taken place. It could have been set up. Not sure where else to go now. Oh, alarm. Word. Shut down the engines immediately. Vessel sighted a quarter-mile forward. Full stop, hard to cover. All hands brace for impact. Oh. That's the collision alarm. I think we're about to crash into another ship. What? Ooh, okay. Yeah, it's wow. And thus everybody died, and we'll never find out what happened. Okay, everything got tossed around again. Uh-oh. Hello, is anybody in there? Shout if you need assistance. That sounds like... oh, it's Inspector Hosonaga. Is that you in there, Naruhodo-san? Unbolt the door, quickly. Oh, the bolt got... oh. Deduction has been made. The bolts on the ship are loose, so that when the ship gets rocked, they lock. See, I just made a rhyme there. When the boat rocks, the door locks. So now, okay, so it is quite possible that somebody got into, used the door to Kazuma's room, killed him, wrote the message and left, and then the ship got rocked, and the door got locked. We made a discovery. Important discovery. The doors can be locked when the ship rocks. That's a very nice little rhyme. Can be locked when ship rocks. That also explains why the books were all knocked over, because I was thinking about that. That the ship must have moved suddenly to knock the books over. And that the door is bolted. Yep. Yep, the books are all knocked over now. Yes, let's tidy it up first before we unlock the door. Our Vine's emergency stop had solved one mystery, at least in a very vivid way. Knew what awaits on the other side of the cabin door would not be pleasant. Hurried around tidying up the cabin with a new sense of foreboding in my heart. As we waited, yada. To be continued. Okay. Well, that's actually like a little over 2 hours. Okay, so I'll probably stop here. Probably a good place to stop. Adventure on Unbreakable Speckled Man. Alright. Cool. Okay, so that opens up the possibility that the door was used. And the real murderer could have used the door and left through the door. And then the ship rocked or something after that and locked the door. So, okay. So, that now opens up the range of suspects now. I still think there was probably like maybe a gas or something was affecting the ship. That seems to be some evidence of that now, where it just made everybody give them a headache, so maybe they wouldn't remember anything or make them all pass out for the early morning hours or something like that. Which could explain why Stroganoff was not filling out the log, because he was passed out. That could be the explanation for that. Because we don't really know when everybody got up. I don't seem to remember. I don't remember when Susato said she woke up in steerage. So, the mystery is afoot, and we have our fun today with Mr. Sherlock. Mr. Sherlock Sholmes. I always call him by the wrong name. Be careful not to call him by the other name, because, you know, the Arthur Conan estate will be like, no, you can't use it. You can't talk about him. You no. Man, if only we had like data here, it'd be like the play like Sherlock Sholmes. Actually, no, we should have Lore play Sherlock Sholmes. that would make sense. See, it's not quite the same, is it? And he makes anyway. That's enough for tonight. Alright, so anyway, for anybody who is watching, thank you for watching. I don't really think there's really that many people actually paying attention to these streams, and I have noticed even on YouTube, I'm not really getting any views for these streams, so well, this game in particular. So I'm kind of half debating with myself on just kind of pulling the plug on streaming Grace Ace Attorney and just playing it on my own, because I can kind of just enjoy the game on my own. I don't really have to stream it. I just thought it would be fun to stream, but doesn't really seem to be getting a whole lot of viewership. Like, especially seems to be down lately. I don't know what's going on, but I can always stream another game that might be more interesting and have a little bit more appeal to other people. I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. I'll continue with Ace Attorney for the rest of the week, and then this weekend I'll figure out if I want to, you know, just kind of pull the plug on Ace Attorney and enjoy it on my own, or just and do something else, or what. So anyway, I'll think about it. Of course, most people probably aren't going to make it to this part, so it doesn't matter. I can just say what I want. Kablooey. Okay, I'm gonna stop. That's enough for tonight. I give my voice a rest here. Plus, it will give me my voice a rest because I can't like dialogue everybody that's having a game. I'm not trying to relax tonight, and I'm still kind of like scratching my voice up a little bit by talking so much. So I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll weigh my options here. I need to stop talking and just sign off. So anyway, good night. Thank you, and bye-bye.